Stop chasing a specific person. Do this, and they will chase you. Hi everyone, Robert Zink, Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach. And today we are soaring high like a big beautiful eagle. And we're always soaring in the direction of your dreams and your goals. Want to remind you to come join us on Facebook. We are going live on our Facebook page and we're doing it on a regular basis. Plus we're putting tons of important content on this page. Law of Attraction Solutions on Facebook. Come join us. Okay, stop chasing a specific person. Get them to chase you. When you're chasing someone, when you're reaching for them, you're putting them on a pedestal. It's a mental pedestal. It's not a literal pedestal, but mentally you're making them
bigger than you, more powerful than you.
You become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
You don't want to do that. You want to be on an equal footing. Actually, if you want to look at it from an energy perspective, you want to be a little bit higher up and get them chasing after you. You see, high flyers, when you're chasing after someone, you know what you're doing? In your subconscious mind, you're making them so much bigger and brighter, and you're becoming dull. It's almost like it's almost like looking in a subconscious mirror at yourself and seeing yourself as black and white. And they're in beautiful living color. Now the problem is that the bigger they get, the harder it is to reach them. Okay? So one of the ways we make people bigger is by chasing after them, by sending them text messages all the time, by sending them little notes, by, showing up at their house unexpected, by stalking them on Facebook and social media and Instagram and Twitter and everything else. Don't do that, okay? Because all you're doing is making them bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're reducing your own importance. You're reducing your own value. You're reducing your own power. So in every relationship, high flyers, there's a power dynamic. And ultimately, we want to see the two of you integrated in a beautiful, loving relationship where sometimes one of you is a little bit more powerful, and the other time, somebody else is a little bit more powerful. But ultimately, you're working as a team. And when I say more powerful, what I really mean is sometimes one of you takes the lead because you know more, or you have more skills in a particular area. The next time, somebody else takes the lead. Ultimately, you share a harmonious power dynamic. On the other hand, when you're chasing your specific person, high flyers, you are making yourself insignificant and you're making them special, godlike or goddess-like. I had a client not long ago in Miracle Mentoring and Alchemy Life Coaching, and she came to me and she said, "Hey, Robert, my boyfriend just broke up with me." And we went through a couple of sessions, but nothing happened right away. And then she called back and we started going through more sessions and we started working on an intimate basis, on a regular basis. Guess what happened? One night he, quote unquote, butt dialed her. And she talked with him and they connected. And the next thing you know, he was inviting her out to dinner. And he took her to dinner and they had a beautiful dinner and they started dating. But then I noticed something. I don't know if you remember this, Rachel. He sent her roses all the time. And you say, well, Robert, what's wrong with that? Well, he sent electronic roses. Do you remember that? He sent electronic roses. Emoji roses. You know, he'd send this little program that would open up and there'd be a beautiful bouquet of roses. But it doesn't cost you a damn thing to send. There's no investment. There's no skin in the game. So I said to her, I said, thank him for the roses and tell him how wonderful it would be to next time be able to smell the roses. You know, the next time he sent roses, they arrived at her apartment. There were 24 roses. She called me. She sent me a picture of the roses. She was so happy. She said, he actually sent me real roses this time. I said, that's because you put yourself up. You valued yourself. You said, I am important. I'm special. I have value. I'm worth more than some electronic roses that you sent that don't cost you anything, didn't take any of your time. Ultimately worthless. Really, okay? You get electronic roses, ultimately worthless. They got married. They had their first child, and from what I've heard, they're on their second child. High flyers, you need to give up your beliefs. You need to write them down. What beliefs do I have that make him or make her bigger than me in my mind? Well, Robert, he hasn't called me in 2 weeks. By that belief that he hasn't called in 2 weeks, you've made him bigger. You've made him more important. Why not say, he hasn't called in 2 weeks? So what? I'm busy. And be busy. And focus on yourself. And focus on your vibration. And focus on your affirmations. I'm not saying that you can't attract a specific person, but what I'm saying is stop the chasing, because the chasing lures you and pushes them away. High flyers, every time you use the word want, they get bigger. Every time you use the word need, they get bigger. You get smaller. Every time you say or think, what did I do wrong? They get bigger, you get smaller. Every time you say, he's the one, she's the one, they get bigger and you become minuscule. You become super small. So it's very, very important to understand this. What's going on in here and the thoughts and feelings that you have are infiltrating into your energy field, positive or negative, and they determine what you attract and how fast you attract it. So high flyers, I think it's so important that you control your feelings by first controlling your beliefs. What do I believe? What do I think? What do I feel? That helps you control exactly what you manifest. You may not have exact control of the timeline because the universe has its own timeline, but you can have pretty good control. You can have pretty close control of the timeline as well. Adopt new beliefs. If your beliefs are, this isn't going to work out, he's never coming back, she's found someone else, everything's bad, once you have those thoughts, it's difficult to be resourceful and manifest what you desire. You need to challenge those thoughts, challenge those beliefs, and write down new, positive, optimistic beliefs. What is it that you desire to see manifest? That is what you must believe. I think Neville Goddard said it best. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. Become what you desire to receive. Next, and I think this changed everything for me, and I think it's changed everything for most of the clients that I've worked with that have got a handle on it. You need to see yourself as co-creator of your entire universe. If you just see yourself as a victim, if you just see yourself like a cork on the water, just kind of bouncing around from direction to direction, wherever the water takes you, then of course you're going to feel like a victim, because you are. But when you see yourself as a co-creator of your reality, you create in harmony with God. You create in harmony with source energy. When you see that and believe that, incredible things begin to change, because you no longer pray to God, you pray as God. You create with your prayers rather than beg with your prayers. High flyers, this is your journey. Say it. This is my journey. Write it down below here, for heaven's sakes. This is my journey. It's not her journey. It's not his journey. It's my journey. I am the chosen one on this journey. Yes, it's not narcissistic to say that. You are the chosen one on your own journey. So when you start to value your journey and your life and your direction and your feelings and your thoughts and your beliefs, when you put value in it, then all of a sudden incredible things begin to happen, and you begin to manifest even people that are resistant to you are attracted to you, because you've made yourself the star of your own movie, the center of your own journey. So here's a simple exercise, high flyers. I'm going to go through it rather quickly with you, but it's very, very easy. See your specific person. Make them larger than you in your mind's eye. Have your eyes closed. See them larger. And slowly, as you breathe and relax and feel calm, make yourself larger and larger and larger, and see that specific person getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And as they get smaller, notice that their power over you decreases. But if you want to help it along a little bit more, put a little red clown nose on them. Put a little birthday cap on them. Have them riding a unicycle. Play some circus music in the background. Take away their power and begin to visualize that over and over and over again. It only takes you a minute to visualize it, by the way. It's not a 20-minute visualization. It's a 1-minute visualization. But as you do this several times, guess what happens? Their power over you, it decreases. You're able to detach so much easier. And now you've moved up. You've gotten bigger. You've gotten larger. You've filled up the whole room. You've filled up the whole universe. And they begin to chase after you. That's a switcheroo in the power dynamic. Here's some other videos to help you on your journey.